Now I get it.
That was actually longer than an episode of Lucifer. Anyway.
Well done.
Well done.
Let's give you a round of applause. Thank you for taking the time to do that.
I should have went live for that. Who's next?
Entschuldigung.
We didn't make it through the entire autograph line, but we gave a big cut in the congratulations to share with you all that she did already.
No, she didn't. No, you didn't, Rachel.
She did, actually.
She did?
No.
I thought there was chocolate on your face when you walked in. I knew it.
We are very certain it's a not all of you.
It's a large bag, and quite honestly, it's in the bag with a lot of fantastic things.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So Julia and Sebastian, if you guys can grab that and bring it out, we can share it with everyone. All right.
Thank you.
Sure.
Thank you.
Thank you for that candy. That was so
I
much.
thought there was no question. She was just checking up on you. To see if you did what she knows to.
Someone's got my number.
Hello.
Hello.
Who's that?
Hi.
Oh, right.
My question is for each of you. What kind of a spin-off from Lucifer would you like to see?
A Linda spinoff.
Your own talk show, Dr. Linda. You heard now on Kevin's episode, didn't you? Yeah. Kevin, you know Kevin directed, what was the episode called? It was called Once Upon a Time, thank you very much.
Oh wow, here we go, Alex.
And Rachel, Dr. Linda had her own talk show.
I did. What was it called? Anybody remember
called-
what my talk show was called?
Ask Linda? Was it called Ask Linda? Was
That's
it?
just, that's
I love the fact the director's sitting here, he doesn't know.
I didn't even know she was in it. Things we forget.
No, I think all of us love this. What would be the good spin-off? Getting back to
I mean, I think there's an obvious one, isn't
I
there?
think, yeah, I think the obvious one would be MagicCon.
There's a Maze spin-off there, isn't there?
What?
Maze, Bounty Hunter.
Maze.
Bounty hunting every week.
Oh, hey, you know what? I think I have a special guest.
Oh, is that Caden?
Even better. Caden's my son. This is our trainer.
Oh no, he's gone, he's off the screen.
Ah!
He's hung up, he's like, no, babe,
So
no.
Dang. I was gonna tell him that Tom got defeated in a push-up contest. Oh wow.
I'm telling you, you've had beer. I'm gonna tell him you've had beer.
I hate you. Don't tell Paolo that I drank beer.
And I have video evidence of the fries, Tom, so.
It's true.
Okay, I'm sorry, where were we? Magic
I would
spin-off.
love to do a MagicCon spin-off. Sure.
What do we think about that?
Yeah, it'd be cool, but for now, I'm really happy to be MagicCon on Lucifer. Yeah.
Oh, you're not going anywhere yet. Oh no.
Alright, boss man.
Ooh.
Charlotte and Amenadiel spin-off? Ooh.
It's a terrible thing to say.
What happens in it?
What?
Charlotte and Amenadiel.
Charlotte and Amenadiel, mommy issues.
Feel like a modern day Oedipus. Love it.
Yes.
Hi. My question is for all of you. What was the strangest thing that a fan wanted you to do at a photo shooting?
You mean today's photo shoot or any photo shoot?
Any photo shoot.
It was here, and so I can't say. But next year, I'll see you guys, and I'll let you know exactly what that was. But no, I mean, it was really sweet. It was just fucking weird, but it was sweet. It was sweet. It was sweet. Now I'm feeling bad, and I'm feeling guilty, so now I'm feeling, It was sweet. It was strange. It was just...
Welcome to Deemee's Edge.
My fucking brain again.
I just was thinking of something else that's not related, so we're moving on to hello.
First of all, thank you so much for being here. You all truly inspiration for me. And what I love most about the show is that all of your characters have gone through a lot of change. And I was wondering if you could pick one scene in particular in which you think it was a turning point for your character.
I think that the death of Charlotte Richards was a turning point for Dan's character. For my character, Dan. That's what I meant.
I have a couple of scenes. I feel like, well, there's so many. Like when the first time Tom...
I'll let everyone get comfortable.
Okay. There's the obvious one when Lucifer shows his face to me for the first time was a big turning point. Then the big scene with Maze and Linda at the door when she shoves the check underneath the door. She's excited and I'm afraid of her. And then I think, was that the same season when for me personally, when I almost died because of Charlotte, and then Amenadiel and Maze come to save me. That was like a great thing for me. And it was really great. So those are like, I had 3, so sorry. So that's it.
Yeah, mine would be the same scene with Linda, where, you know, her finding out that I'm a demon and sort of, and then in a similar scene with Trixie showing my demon face that, you know, human beings would accept you, you know, for who you are, even if it takes a little bit of work, especially with Linda. And then I'd say last season, too, my scene with Tom, where there's this final realization that no matter what I do, he's always going to think of Chloe first. I think that shifted our relationship because who we started, you know, where we started at in the pilot, you know, we were so connected and close, and then we cut to season 3. It's just so much has happened. I've become more human. He's become more human. I think that really kind of changed things in our relationship for sure. And then I would say with DB, there's a scene, and part of it actually got cut quite a bit actually, but it was a really beautiful scene to film where I go to kill him with the, you know, and then I decide not to. That scene was a lot longer than what was actually aired, but that was a turning point because, I mean, these are these are nemesis, these 2 characters, angel, demon. They're fundamentally not supposed to like each other or care about each other or save their lives or not kill each other. So to know that even through all of the stuff with Linda and just what was going on, that he still would be there for me, I think gave Maze pause to not kill him and to and figure out he was one of the good guys. Yeah.
I think every single time that the brothers have a physical fight, there's something changes about their relationship, and I loved at the end towards the end of the first season, Lucifer kicks the shit out of Amenadiel, and then I think in the very next episode they team up and they start working together in I think the last 2 episodes of season 1, and there was just something incredible about seeing them at each other's throats all season long, and then at the end, finally, they get together and they start to, and that changes their relationship for the rest of the series. We come back in season 2. The first scene is the 2 of them together trying to figure out what body Mom has gotten into. So I always love stuff like that. I think there were two other small ones when Amenadiel realizes that he's losing his powers. And he goes into the room by himself and reveals his wings, and they're crumbling apart, and he kind of falls apart. And the other thing is, I think we shot this scene last season. I hope I'm not blowing something. Yeah, let me think about it real quick. Yeah, I think it's last season where Lucifer's going through some really heavy stuff, and Amenadiel's just obsessed with Lucifer in season 3. Just wants to be there for him, help him through anything. And Lucifer's sitting at the piano, and he tells this story about this guy in hell that he's there. And Amenadiel's is just standing there like, so like just naive and listening. And Tom does this brilliantly where he takes this monologue, and so you're rapt and you're listening. And then he stands up from the piano, and you realize that he's chosen this particular story to hurt Amenadiel in the meanest way that he knows how. And you see Amenadiel actually just diminish, crush, recover, and love him harder.
Yeah.
That was...
Oh, you just made my hands go.
So that was that was great. I just love that. I always love that the brother stuff, the just back and forth, and because it's just you just want stuff. I have an older brother. You know, I love my older brother. I love him wherever I love him. But you know, there's a lot of this with sometimes I think with the big brother, little brother shit, you know, and I'm in that situation, I'm the little brother, and I have a big brother that's always kind of, you know, thinks he knows more. He probably does, but fuck him, you know?
Weirdly, yeah, but I was going to say weirdly the pilot episode, the first episode where Lucifer saves a husband and decides to
Verschwinde allerdings immer mal wieder für ein paar Minuten nach vorne.
I think that was a huge fundamental moment for Lucifer, the Lucifer that we then get to know through the rest of the season and then on and on in our story.
Nee, ich muss
because,
noch.
you know,
Ich hab's ja nicht nach Hause geschafft.
he's selfless about one
So bis 9 kann ich bleiben, grob.
He's never done that before. So that's sort of, and you know, it changes that relationship. I know it happens in the very first episode, but it changes it, and then subsequently changes everything for Lucifer because of that
Naja,
choice.
ich schon, wenn ich dann von der Arbeit komme, ist
allows
alles
people in a little bit without
mindestens.
knowing.
Oh
And
je.
then, I don't know, gosh.
Ja, klar.
I mean, one of the scenes that I really remember being like the most kind of like vulnerable
Noch mal eben nach
moment
vorne, ja?
at the point that we
Ich
shot
lasse
it
meine Tasche mal auf
was
dem
the
Sitz
scene
stehen.
after
Und meine
I
Schuhe
come
stehen hier
back
auch.
and killed Uriel. And I come back and I have to tell my mum. You know, just light stuff. And that was just kind of like, I found myself going to a place that I hadn't been before in the character, and it felt,
Entschuldigung.
it was great that we'd sort of earned that moment with this character of Lucifer, and he doesn't have it all out on the surface at all, but what's underneath is as vulnerable as anybody else. Thanks, man. That's it. We've got 30 minutes left. We've really got 30 minutes left. I'm loving it, but I really need a wee, so I'm going to have to go. I'll come back, I promise. Don't time me.
And your question was...
Das muss.
Hi. Is it for Tom?
No, it's for me. First I want to say I'm so happy you're here because I love you all so much.
Thank you.
My question is, did you ever have any like embarrassing fangirl moments yourself? Like when you met someone you really admire and think you totally embarrassed yourself?
Yes. Yes, very much so. But if anybody has one off the top of their head, really quickly. Okay.
I used to, before I became a working professional actor, was living in Venice.
Professional.
Working in Venice, had an ice cream shop, gelato shop. And Anthony Hopkins walks in, and you know, I have my back to him. It's a tough day, you know, and I'm just like, oh man, I'm just ready to get out of here. And I turn around, I'm like, how are you? And he was just so kind, and I was shaking when I met him, you know, and then I had to shake his hand. And he was really nice, and you know, he was just also so intimidating with his silence and his kindness. But yeah, that was my big fangirl moment.
So I thought of mine. My big fangirl moment happened when wasn't when I was young. Honestly, it was like fairly recently. My husband and I were big fans of the show Getting On HBO. Has anybody seen that show? Did you guys get that out here in Germany? Okay, well, do you know the actress Laurie Metcalf? Yeah. Okay, so Laurie Metcalf was on this little show on HBO, and I went to a screening of it, and she was there, and I cornered her and started telling her how much I loved her, and and I got like caught like in a loop where I couldn't stop. And I remember like sweating, and then it got bad because I could see the fear in her eyes a little bit. Like Laurie Metcalf's eyes, like it shifted from, oh, she's such a nice fan, to like, oh, okay, I'm gonna have to pretend, like, listen to her, and then it went to a place of, do I need to take care of her? And I couldn't stop, like, I kept trying to dig myself out of it. I kept trying to dig myself out of it, and it was so mortifying that then later I told mutual friends. I said, please let Laurie Metcalf know that I'm not super crazy, but that I'm just excited and a big fan. And I don't think they ever told her because they felt bad for me. So that's my moment.
Mine was, I